Time to get serious. Time to get serious!
Let's practice. Identify the infinitive in each sentence.
Hello student. Today we're going to learn about infinitives. I'm not going to explain you about the details. We're just going to look at the sentences. You are going to find what is infinitives. So let's go and look at our first question. Our first question says, Gerard wants blank in Paris. So you have four choices here. Number one, living. Number two, live. Number three, to live. Number four, to living. You have to choose the infinitives. Let's go next one. Louisa hopes blank the problem one day. Louisa is the name and she hopes blank the problem one day. You have four choices. Number one, to solving. Number two, to solve. Number three, solving. Number four, to solve. Next one. So there are four sentences. You have to choose two correct one. Choose the two correct sentences. Let me read. Number one. My daughter needs go to the toilet. Student, toilet is a bathroom. In England, we say toilet instead of bathroom. Number two. My daughter wants to go to the toilet. And number three. My daughter needs to go to the toilet. And number four, my daughter wants going to the toilet. You have to pick up two sentences, correct sentences, and then underline the infinitives. Can you do that? I believe you can do that. Let's move on. Look at this picture and the sentences are there. You have to choose the right sentence. Number one, are they waiting to buy a ticket? Is they waiting to buy a ticket? Are they wait to buy a ticket? Are they waiting to buy a ticket? Please check the spelling. There are some wrong spellings and you have to find the correct sentence. Let's move on. Flowers. She agreed blank him. Four choices. Marries, to marry, marry, marrying. Okay? Let's move on to the next one. It began blank. Rained, rain, to rain, or raining. Can you find the proper infinitive? Good. Let's move on. In this one, you have to choose the correct answer to the question. And the question is, why aren't you in the meeting? You have to find the correct answer and the infinitives. Number one, we stopped having lunch. Number two, we stopped have lunch. Number three, we stopped to have lunch. And number four, we stopped having lunch. Please check the spelling when you choose the answer and underline the infinitives. Okay, let's move on. If you look at this one, you have to arrange the words and make a proper sentence and then underline the infinitives. I believe you can do it. Take your time, you can do it. Write down all the words in your notebook and then make a sentence. Okay, so let's move on. Another one, you have to do the same, arrange the sentence. It says, don't to cat forget the feed. Please make a sentence and then underline the infinitives. Let's move on. Okay, we have another one. I started blank Chinese, but it was too difficult. Yes, Chinese is too difficult. Number 1, learn. Number 2, learned. Number 3, to learned. Number 4, to learn. You can do it, student. So let's move on. My brother choose blank at home. Number 1, living. Number 2, to live, not. Number 3, not to live. Number 4, living not. Or write down the correct answer. Let's move on to another one. I have decided not blank buy a new car. Cars are really expensive. So I also decide not blank buy a new car. Go, at, can, to. And please underline the infinitives. Next one. Let's agree blank to talk about it. Number 1, is. Number 2, be. Number 3, no. Number 4, not. After you pick up the correct word, please underline the infinitives. Good job, student. Another one. Arrange the words. Love, working, but, to, I'd, that, I'm, come, day. You can arrange it. I know you can do it. Let's move on. Another same one. Go to the boy to toilet the asked. Arrange the sentence and then underline the infinitives. This is interesting. Find the mistake in the sentence. I hope to seeing you soon. So you have to find the mistake and underline the infinitives. Okay, let's move on. Wow, talking about moon. So here you have to underline the infinitive. Okay, let me read it for you. To land on the moon became the national goal of the United States during the 1960s. Please underline the infinitives. Next one. So we continue to underline the infinitives. Let me read. For me, one of the easiest chores is to make my bed. Student, you know what is chores? Chores mean doing house things like cleaning, doing the laundry, doing the dishes, take out the garbage, clean your room. These are all chores. Please find the infinitives and underline it. Let's move on. In my spare time, I like to watch Jeopardy. We also play this game a lot, right? So please find the infinitives and underline it. Okay? Next one. He found the book difficult to understand. Can you find the infinitives? Please underline it. Next picture. I did not have time to watch the football game. Football means soccer. In England we say football. In America we say soccer. So please find the infinitive, underline it so you can understand what is infinitives. Next one. Alan's job was to interview all qualified candidates who had applied for the position. Next one. I want to finish the dishes before I go to the movies. That's good. If you do the dishes, then going to the movies is fun. Otherwise, you will be worried. Let's move on. Glad to help. Jacob quickly found a paintbrush and started painting the wall. Find the infinitive and underline it. As you see, there are different types of sentences. Some you have to choose, some you have to underline, some you have to fill in the blanks. So please find the infinitives in these sentences. I hope you enjoy our lesson today and we learn a bit of grammar. What is an infinitives? I hope to see you soon. As a precaution, keep always your mask on when you go outside or come to school. Wash your hands several times. Be healthy, be strong until we meet again. Goodbye, student.